Hey everybody, we are just setting up the last little bit before we actually start the event. We have Maria with us. We'll introduce her again. We are just setting up the last little. Actually, I'm not going to share to my personal page just because I don't want to have to keep switching windows while talking with you.
Okay.
Cool. Hey, Elizabeth and Pam.
Hi.
All right, we're gonna get Instagram going. Hopefully, Instagram plays with us nice tonight. Doesn't give us too much grief. Yay! Says we're live on Instagram too. All right, so here we are. I'm kind of there with Instagram. There you go. I'm gonna lean into your personal space a little bit.
That's fine.
All right. So for anybody that isn't familiar, Maria is one of our regular healers and now readers for the store because we pushed her out of the mediumship closet so she can start flexing her mediumship muscle. But Maria, why don't you give a quick, maybe not so quick rundown of the type of healing work that you're trained in, which would lead into like how you have come into meditation and why it's such an important thing for you.
Okay. I am a Silva Basic Life and Intuition grad. I'm also a pranic healing practitioner, and I also have done various. I'm a Reiki master and also I'm a Peruvian shaman. Each particular modality that I have studied, there was always some type of meditation that we did. And I, when you first start doing it, it doesn't feel right. But as you continue doing it every single day, you have that aha moment that it just everything is kind of sink in. So everything that your teacher has told you in classes, it's like, oh, now I know, because you start to experience it. Meditation is very important for me. It set my day. I'm the type of person, I have to get up in the morning, and before I reach for that coffee, I need to meditate. Whether it's about 5, 10 minutes, 15 is my goal usually. I have to meditate. If I don't, my day is pretty much sunk. And it gets me into a space where I start building a relationship with myself through my experience with meditation and all the different modalities. I started building a relationship with me. And that is the most wonderful gift you can ever give yourself because it's a form of self-care. And I started getting a relationship with who I am. Whenever I need some kind of answers, I go within and I get the answers that I need. It's just the most wonderful gift you can give yourself. And to me, that's what meditation is about, is getting to your center, getting into your soul, touching your soul, getting to know who you are as a soul being. You know who you are as a physical being because you are in this body. But it's time for us to get to know ourselves as a soul being. Is there any questions about that?
So you would say like learning to meditate would help advance on any sort of spiritual practice, be it Christianity to even some sort of paganism to shaman work to energetic healing,
Mm-hmm.
because you need to learn to still that mind down and really make that connection.
Yes.
So yeah, if anybody has questions about meditation or Maria on her spiritual path, because you've got so many titles under your belt, and each one's been a learning process, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
did you ever like? Do you have a favorite meditation to do, like in the morning, or is it?
When I don't have that much time in the morning, and I want to clock in the 15 minutes, I actually do a breathing meditation, and I used intention with that. So that was the one thing that I've gone to meditation circles before, and I never really got it together until I started taking these classes. And intention is very important. It's important to bring it in when I'm doing a healing work, when I'm doing ship readings, but it's also important bringing into your meditation. So you intentionally putting in what it is that you want to accomplish, whether it's going to be that day, what you want to accomplish within is basically setting up a goal, and you can use meditation to do that. So um, basically, I go into I clear my mind and I start doing a breathing exercise. So as I breathe in, I am intentionally paying attention to my breathing. I'm breathing in, the energy, the life force. That's what I say to myself. I'm bringing the life force. I'm breathing out any energies that doesn't serve my purpose. So I do a cycle of about 3 or 4 breathing, and then and I do this with my eyes closed, and then I start going in, and I really pay attention to my breathing. Now, once in a while, you're part human, so a thought might come through your head. I don't fight it. I just let it run, and I start going back to my breathing, paying attention to my breathing. So that is usually the first quick, easy meditation that I do. If I have a little bit more time, and that usually 25 minutes or a little bit more than that, twin heart meditation is my favorite. That is a meditation that we use in pranic healing. And what it does is that it gives you a surge of divine energy pouring down onto you, and you are being used as a conduit, and you envision in front of you the earth, mother earth, and you have your hands up high, and you're doing this, and then you can't see this, but there's a rose quartz crystal, and sometimes I would bring my rose quartz crystal. I have one a little bit bigger than this. I would bring it in, I would have my hands up, and I'm actually envisioning the whole earth, and I am using the divine energy that's run through me, and I'm blessing Mother Earth. So that is my my favorite meditation to do, is a twin heart meditation. And we have the planetary, which is a very straightforward meditation, and then we have self healing, which is he is a guided meditation that walks you through healing the body, and then there's a psychological twin heart meditation also, and it also walks through healing. It's I really like that. My favorite one is a psychological, because everybody needs to get their bearings together.
Especially in times like right now.
Yes.
We've all lost our shit.
Yes.
We need to get our shit back.
Yes. Yes.
Come back to center.
Yes.
You know.
And this particular meditation, what it does for you is that it reduces stress. A lot of meditation does reduce stress, and it helps you come back to center, help you calm, having control over your emotions. These are some of the benefits that you get. Also, it heightens your intuition. You get to when as you keep doing the meditation, you feel a connection with the universe, and you can call it divine, you can call it God, or the Christ consciousness, whatever it is that means personal to you. You find a connection with this particular being, and you know that you are never ever alone, and you're always safe no matter where you go. And that's what I have found as one of the benefits. And that was a huge, huge benefit for me, because I know I'm always never, never alone. I'm always in one with divine. I'm always one and connected. And once you feel that connection, you also feel that connection with other beings in this planet, and you get to see a little bit of maybe what they're going through. It may be wrong or right in your opinion, but you get to understand a little bit of what they're going through. You have an ability to put yourself in their shoes, because you bring out this just loving kindness and compassion out by doing meditation.
So it helps build the empathy
Yes, it
for other
does.
people.
Yes, it builds it, and there's so many other benefits that you can. Like I said, it gets you to your calm place. You get to a center.
It would help physically, right? I'm sure it helps with blood pressure, stress, anxiety levels.
Yes, it regulates that. But it helps also with sleep, because it what it does is that it just brings in this divine healing energy through your body, and it works through. So anyone that's suffering from insomnia, starting some type of meditation. I do not care if it's going to be 5 minutes. You can do is 5 minutes better than none.
So maybe they could do things like, guided type of listening meditation, where
Yes.
they're not worried about, am I coming up with the right thing to meditate about? So here's some of the ones, we grabbed some off of the store shelf, just to give an example. But the guided meditation, that means, you're listening to somebody direct you, giving you an idea of where to go in your thought pattern. It's not the same as hypnosis, so you don't have to worry about that. But you're listening and they're helping guide you. I know I sometimes have, I'm sure you've heard of it, called monkey mind, where you kind of wander, your thoughts go do what they want. That's okay too. You just bring yourself back to where you should be. That's kind of like the brain doing that little mental dump of trying to chatter and what would you call that? Like just distracting.
It's a distraction.
Kind of feels uncomfortable at first because most of us aren't used to sitting down and being quiet in our own mind.
Yes.
So it will try to fill in with something like, oh, gee, I forgot to do the laundry, or I've got to go do this, or okay, well, now that you've acknowledged it, come back to the meditation and keep going. It's kind of like exercise that you get better at it the more you do it. Now, I don't know about you though. I do better meditation when I'm walking. It's hard for me to sit and meditate. But if I'm walking, if I'm in movement, then that repetitive side to side on the body, or is calming. It's almost like a tick-tock going in my brain, that metronome. So if you're somebody who maybe you find meditation and movement easier, feel free to interact, ask questions. If you have questions for Maria about her practice, or in meditation, if you're struggling and you want some guidance, feel free to ask. Or if you have suggestions, even for other people that might be commenting, let us know. I just lost my train of thought. Speaking of meditation. So on top of, guided meditations that you can listen to, and you can find tons of on the internet as well. We actually have one on our channel, Connecting to Pachamama, and that's to help ground you, and it just kind of relieve some anxiety. Because I think right now with the virus and not having work or being out of work, no unemployment, we're all a little nuts. And who doesn't need some grounding?
Yes.
Even I did. And I'm usually a pretty calm, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so over all of this. So we even have a grounding one on the store's YouTube channel that you can listen to and watch for free as many times as you want. Okay, so like Elizabeth says, she gets better meditation during and after yoga.
Yes, you can do that too. Yoga actually is a particular modality, body movement that they do have meditation, and they go really, as you go, if you keep going start doing it, you get into a deeper state, which is actually wonderful when you get to that point. So yes, thank you for sharing that.
So other tools they might be able to use. Now you mentioned a rose quartz sphere.
Yes. The rose quartz sphere, I have a personal relationship with mine. It's universal love, and it's a sphere because it's just giving love just continuously. So I have one particular area in my home where I do my meditation, and I always bring my rose quartz with me, and I meditate. It's my buddy. It's my meditation buddy. And
does it have a name?
No.
No.
I call it baby.
Oh, well, see, then that's its name.
It's baby.
Hey, Vicky.
So I bring it with me when I do meditation. Once in a while, it wants to take time away. Don't know why. It's like, no, I don't want to come out. And I said, so you start building. If you can also bring, like these palm stones. You can have it in your palm. Just put it open. Have your palm open when you do meditation. These also work wonderful. You can start building a relationship with all these.
So like these
yeah.
size palm stones here.
And the tumblers too. These are amethysts. I also work with amethyst. I have a spear also, not as big as my rose one, but you can also work with these little tumblers. You can have it in your hand. You can put it. We have these cages also that you can put on the, on the necklace, and you can have it with you. You can have it by your heart, and they just infuse the energy that you're pulling in. I also light a candle. Usually, like in the wintertime, I don't want to be disturbed by even just using my nightlight. I take the nightlight off of the plug, and I just light a candle. It
So
just
you have like a white one, right?
Yeah, the white one. It's more peaceful, more.
Or they could use like a crown and third eye, right? Because
Yes.
that could be your spiritual connection,
Mhm.
your psychic. But honestly, any candle would work,
Yes.
really. So you find that dimmer light is more calming, helps you probably not see that annoying bright light behind the eyelids,
Yes.
distracting you.
Yes.
Seeing somebody walk by in a distance, you see the shadow go by. Who was that? Darn kid better picked up his clothes when he walked by. The cat in the window type thing, right?
Yeah.
That would
And
be-
it just actually, the candles just set the mood for it too, because your body automatically goes into a calm state. Now, in the morning, you just got out of bed, but you don't want to fall asleep halfway through the meditation.
I
Because
was very guilty of that in the beginning. I was.
Because you want to be able to set the intention of what is the goal that you want, and this is the perfect time to go ahead, to go within and set the intention of what it is you want to accomplish for that day. Like one time I was going, okay, I need to make sure I remember when I get off work I have to go to the grocery store. I need to get this. I'm going, well, I'm just going to put this out there when I'm doing my meditation. So I made my shopping list while I was in meditation. So I didn't have to write down anything. It was an automatic, like, I know what I need to do when I get off work, and I know what I need to get from the store. So I wasn't going around the aisle trying to look for stuff. I just knew exactly what I wanted. I didn't have to make a shopping list. So I've been doing that ever since I started experimenting. And that is so great too. You can start experimenting when you do your meditation, when you're in the meditation state.
Oh, see, Elizabeth was mentioning the chakra spray. She said you talked her into buying the sacral chakra one.
Yes, I love the chakra spray. And you loved it too, Elizabeth.
But she was wanting to know more about trance meditation. Now, I haven't played much with trance. Have you?
No, I have not.
Okay.
No. I don't know how deep that they go. I know there's a certain practice that they do. And there's not a whole lot of teachers you can find around the Midwest. So you might want to start, looking around for information on YouTube for trance meditation. That was something that I have not been able to be, glued to or have an opportunity to go to a workshop to. It does sound interesting though.
I think at one point Lily Dale had classes at one point on it. One of their instructors was teaching it. I don't think it was last year. Maybe it was the year before.
It must have bypassed me because I usually get the Lily Dale catalog.
Right. Excuse me. Of course, I don't have water close by. So another thing to help set the mood, right? Incense.
Incense.
This is
yes.
one of my favorites, the Divine Temple. This is the one that I always had. If you're local and you've been in, and when I had my mesa here, if you walk by, everybody would be like, "Oh, it smells so good." This was the one that I was burning. This one, and or this one, Call of the Shaman.
Mhm.
So
I love that one.
Yeah, these two. I don't know. Right now, the last couple of weeks, this one's kind of became the favorite. But these two switch back and forth all the time for me.
Mhm.
And then the ever popular Nop Shoppa.
Yeah.
Um,
I love this one. This for a long time was my favorite.
over Call of the Shaman now.
Well, Call of the Shaman came a little later, but this was my favorite. This is what I always use all the time. And if I didn't have, because they used to have that spray.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they used to have a spray. I don't know. I can't find it anymore. Oh,
But you might want scents, I would think. These aren't like heavy to where they're going to burn the eyes or anything, but they're a nice calming scent for
Mhm.
most of us, that it helps put you in that calm state
Mhm.
where those fruity, fizzy scents kind of keep you a little heightened. You don't kind of relax all the way.
yeah.
Vicky wants to know, can meditation help heal a pet?
If you're gonna use yourself as a conduit to transmit the energy to your pet, yes. Then you're taking the role as driving the divine energy through you and then passing it on to your pet.
I was going to say, when you said take the role on as driving, I was going to say energy bus. That's what came to mind.
Yes, you can do it that way. Because it's the same concept as using a spear or envisioning Mother Earth in front of you, and you're holding your hands, and you're letting the energy run down, and then you're just going ahead and just with the intention of putting the healing energy on a pet. But it could be done.
And some of us, our pets might like to sit by you, or us, I should say, stay in first person, when you're meditating. So if you find that, and maybe if you have a fur baby that tends to be anxious, if you're willing to meditate more, not only for yourself, but if you notice that they then lay down with you or sit down with you, that can help calm them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not an animal trainer. This is where Colleen would come in handy. But, if that would help behavior training eventually,
Mm-hmm.
to where it's helping rewire behavior, thought patterns, and maybe brain patterns. But I would think it would help them.
Yes, it would.
And especially if you're using your meditation, not only in that healing, but expanding the healing work of your aura out to kind of encompass them. That kind of falls in some of the shaman practice, maybe pranic too.
Yeah.
If they do that.
Yeah.
Your aura kind of encapsulates with them and melds with them to where you're not separate anymore from them energy wise. And so as you're healing you, you're also healing them.
Mm-hmm.
So it can help that way. That's a good question though.
Yeah, I like that. I have done to the point where I would actually have the energy after I pull myself out of I haven't done it directly when I'm meditating, but when a few of my pets, I would have come out automatically, and I would pick them up and I would just start petting them. And I have done that because I know that I have the energy still running through me. And you start feeling that also when you start doing getting to meditation practice, you will feel a surge of energy running through you. You will feel it. Mm-hmm. You can't deny it. You just completely. So I have done that. I have picked up my pet afterwards and started petting them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And many people may not realize, this is just coming to mind, that certain type of prayer work would qualify as meditation.
Yes.
If you are somebody who does rosaries, even what do you call them, with the mala beads, the mantras and stuff, that is another form of meditation. Even if you're moving your hand and moving a bead, sometimes there's the misconception that you have to sit perfectly still and you don't move and you stay up here, which I can't do that. Like I said before, I meditate better on a walk, a run, in movement, except yoga. I hate yoga. I get the value benefit. I just hate yoga. which might mean I need to do it, but it just I'd rather lift weights than do yoga.
Well, the whole idea, like you said walking. There is a new thing right now, and a lot of people have started doing it. Is they're actually walking, but as they walk, they're paying attention, bringing their focus on what's in front of them, not what's on the side, not what's going way past, a few feet away, but what's exactly in front of them, and that's what meditation is bringing the awareness.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's bringing. So I would sometimes what I would do is that I go to the metro parks and I am walking, but I am paying attention of what's in front of me. Oh, this leaf, or I see the squirrel walking by, and you're bringing your awareness what's in front of you. And if you keep doing that over time, you will have full control of that little monkey that's speaking in your head, because you won't be entertaining it, because you'll be so aware of what is coming through your head. So no, I don't agree with that. You need to go now. So you'll have that, and you'll be in the present. That is what I like about it. You'll be in the present.
Right.
Yeah, and you see everything that's happening in front of you.
And I found that again on these walks, be it morning or evening, if there's some sort of problem or just something that's giving me trouble, either I can't figure out right away like how to get around something, I have found that when I go on these walks and I'm just pay attention, I might just say left, right, or 1, 2, 1, 2, and just focus on that and kind of fall into that. I may not even be thinking about that problem anymore, but it's like spirit drops a little nugget like in my head, and then it's like, oh God, why didn't I? Mm-hmm. It's so easy. Why didn't I think of that? But the fact that I quit obsessing over it, I quit thinking about it and spinning myself in circles, and just let the mind quiet, and then it does its own problem solving in the background while you're resting in a way. So might be another reason try meditation sometimes. So Vicki was saying her poor cat has breast cancer, worst kind of cancer for the females. So had surgery and now chemo. She's trying anything to help her. So maybe that meditation where you're kind of blending your aura in with her, and as you're healing yourself, and you can even picture as both of your auras being one big one around the both of you, and visualizing anything that's stuck to it, that's heavy, that just feels or looks gunky in your mind's eye, because some of us meditate, mind's eye. And just let it drain down, and just white light like that always.
The white light is actually that's divine. The eliminating white light. That's actually I would bring that intention in there and just have it really encompass and blanket you and your cat. During the whole entire time you're meditating, you just have that intention of putting it there. That white light is present, is around you, is around your cat.
When you get more skilled in, having it run through you as well, even inside the bubble, like through you, through your cats, and letting it fill in anything that needs to be filled. It's washing away anything that needs to go, and as it's doing that, it's healing, and it's bringing peace, and it's bringing joy, and you just kind of do that. I won't say you can't overdo it, depending on how long you do it at a time. When you first come out, you may be a little disoriented. It's important to some people, like they'll take their hands and they'll cross them over their knees, or something to just kind of ground yourself, especially you don't want to come right out of it and stand up, because then you'll be right back down, and Kitty will not be happy.
No.
A little upset that you squashed it.
You can also start moving, like when you come out of the meditation, you can start moving your toes, moving your fingers, do stretches left and right. You can just do just get up a little bit and just do a simple little, just going swaying back and forth and whatnot. You are going to be, first time you do it, you are going to be a little bit like a daze. You don't know where you are. At least that's what I experienced when the first time I did it. When you get to a point where you can stand up, get water, or you can even bring a bottle of water before you start, because water will always help you to ground.
So does chocolate. Chocolate helps too.
Yes.
Can't go wrong with chocolate unless you're allergic to chocolate.
Chocolate and water.
Yes.
You gotta wash it down.
Right. I'm a fan for chocolate after meditation. Yeah. So I always have chocolate, like candy bars, on the little snack table at during the shaman classes, because usually after our mutual shaman teacher does one of his meditations, you're kind of waking up and you're like, holy shit. He's like, go to the bathroom, go do your break, and you're like, I can't walk.
I can't even make it there. I'm not even completely in my body yet. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I always squirrel away one of those little chocolate bars underneath my mesa, and while everybody's running around, trying to go to the bathroom, trying to go, I'm just sitting there eating chocolate. And it's okay because it's spiritual chocolate. The calories don't count. That's how it works in my mind. So if anybody has any other questions, feel free to jump in, ask away. Otherwise, this one's kind of going pretty quick. We're already at 6:45.
Wow.
So, time's flying tonight.
Yes.
We'll blame the meditation. It's all good. Though, Maria, you're available in the store, at least once a month. Second Saturdays, you're usually here for the psychic fairs as well, which we were hoping to do our fairs back in July. Because
your fingers,
right, everybody's like going through a psychic fair withdrawal.
Yeah.
But they can also like reach out because you have a little extra time now.
Yes.
So even if it's not on the second Saturday, if you need a pranic healing, or you do pranic healing, Reiki healing, shamanic healing, what else do you do?
Well, the silver intuition is similar to doing just a basic reading, because I was trained to do psychometry. I was also trained to do.
Even I didn't know that, folks, and I've been working with her for years, and you're just now letting this cat out of the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah,
psychometry. That was really fun.
I can't say anything because you have grandma.
Yeah, my grandmother.
we will get grandma.
Yeah, she's a little character.
She is. She's sassy. She is my grandma goals. I love you, grandma.
Yeah.
But you can even do your healing work from a distance.
Yes.
Don't have to be in person. So if you're somebody watching from, not in the Cleveland, Ohio area, Maria is available, distant wise. But you do so much work in the meditation and everything that I thought you would be the one to really talk to, about the benefits of meditation. And you and we've talked about it standing around in the store in between clients. I'm like, holy shit, did you realize? And what did you get out of Zane's meditation? I wasn't even listening, and got all this other stuff. Sorry, Zane, if he's watching. we wink, pay attention. We're in Ohio. We are in North Olmsted. The store is anyway, and like 2 exits away from the airport on 480. So we're pretty close to like 480, 90, Route 20. What else is near us? 71.
71.
So pretty easy to get to. I would say we do some shows off site, but right now nobody's doing anything. We're grounded. We're still at home.
Yeah.
For now. We might sneak out at some point. Can't contain me, damn it. But yeah, North Olmsted, near the intersection of Stearns and Lorraine. So if you're familiar with Westlake and the Westlake Promenade, we're just straight down. Galloway. Cool. I think I've driven through there, but I'm not familiar with Galloway. But I want to Google Map now and see where you're at. That's
in Ohio, Galloway? Okay.
But we've done things like in Avon. We've done shows and events. I take some of my colleagues with me to not only help, run the place, but to also, help everybody meet them and see what they can do. So as soon as we're allowed to do more in-person shows, events, on the west side by the casino. Okay. Not too far.
No, that's doable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're not having a psychic fair this next Sunday.
No.
But fingers crossed, last
July.
Sundays of the month, we do them 1 to 5, though a lot of times we start early because there's already so many people coming in. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And you'll be with us at the winery event in September.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I wish this month went.
Yeah.
It would have been today, but okay.
Yeah, today we would have been at the winery right now
Yeah.
having some nice wine
Yeah.
outside in perfect weather underneath the trees with twinkle lights when the sun went down, doing readings outside.
Mm-hmm.
But boo, we're not. Actually, if don't mind me typing, I'll type it out real quick. The address. The only day that we're closed is Mondays. So any other day, you can stop in. Maria's here a couple times a month, but pretty easy usually to get her to come in on a special day that's not her normal second Saturday. Nick says, miss visiting the store. Oh, moved to Columbus.
Oh.
Yes, we recovered. We're here. COVID tried to take us down too, but screw you, COVID. We're still here. But we will actually be hopefully in the Columbus area if the Bitchcraft Fair event comes through. So we've done that one. And if it's allowed to go on, we'll do it again. We hit Pennsylvania for Bitchcraft in Pittsburgh. And we will be doing Bitchcraft in Louisville, hopefully, provided all of these still go off. We're slated to be there as of right now. Those events are going on. Nikki and I will be there. Hey, Sandra. I don't know who other helpers might come down with us because Louisville's a far drive.
Yeah, it is.
But we kind of go around and we say hi to everybody in places. So keep an eye, see if we can make it down to Columbus. There's a lot of political turmoil up in the air about events and lawsuits against governors and former, health advisors. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, and I'm always looking for another reason to go down to Columbus. So if you're, Nick, if you see anything in Columbus that we might be able to kind of get in, let us know. Okay, Bitchcraft, yes. Yeah.
Yes.
I strictly joined it because of the name. I have to be honest with you. Because I have that humor. And they're really cool events. If you've never gone, a lot of handmade, cool, unique things. So we take a lot of our t-shirts, some of our consignment pieces, like the wands that Greg makes, that Laura makes, and some of the wood burning stuff, just to try and keep in theme with the handmade. But some really cool stuff, and the outfits that people dress up in, and they're walking around. It's almost like the pagany witchy craft show meets like a cosplay.
Yeah,
it's pretty neat. I like it. But Bitchcraft, keep an eye out. If you're in Erie, Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, I'm sorry, Erie, and Erie would be close too. Columbus, and then Louisville. Hopefully we get one in Columbus or here in Cleveland.
Yeah,
because that's just literally right down the street from us.
Yeah, it's not that far.
Yeah. I can do that one. Nikki's going to do most of the driving for Louisville.
Oh, okay.
I have horrible road hypnosis. After about an hour and a half, I fall asleep. That motion of the road, that road noise, that rhythmic road noise, and the motion of the car, I'm out. I will wreck the car if you don't let me get out and walk around after about an hour and a half. The car will be in a ditch. It's horrible. Don't let me drive long distances, please. But if anybody who's just coming in, if you have any questions about meditation, we have Maria still.
Or any questions about the healing, that I do. If you have any questions.
Well, and like pranic healing, you said that they do different protocols. So a protocol would exactly be like, what is a protocol?
Well, basically, like it's, I guess the easiest way is like a step recipe. So if someone has a common cold, we are given, you do general sweep, then you do a scanning general sweep, then you go straight into the front, cutting the cords and going to that type. You get a list of where to need. Okay, so it goes from a common cold to cancer or HIV. And it's very broad. Usually it will take, a protocol will take, healing steps, if you want to call it that way. It will take about maybe 15-20 minutes. Sometimes if it's a chronic illness, or if it's something traumatic, PTSD, or if it's a cancer or HIV, more it will get more a little bit involved. It may take a little bit longer, an hour sometimes, depending, maybe 2 hours. It just depends on how bad and chronic the illness is.
Cool deal. See, now I'm trying to get free classes out of her because I'm thinking of training in chronic healing. So if I pick her brain, I don't have to pay for it. No, not really. I will. So Sandra's interested in Maria. Yes, schedule a session. So again, Maria's here second Saturdays of the month. But if you can't wait that long, or maybe you work only on weekends, shoot a message to the store. We'll get a hold of Maria, see what day and time could work. And she can come up on a different day, which we've done a few times.
Yes.
Since we have the 2 private rooms, very well today, both of them were in use, but that was planned on purpose. So there's almost always, especially through the week, one of those rooms is usually open because we only keep one person here. She definitely can do healing on pets.
Yes.
So could definitely do that.
Yes.
And we can arrange either a distance for you, or if Maria is able to come in, like we've had people bring their pets in for healing work. They just need to be, friendly and, not running amok. Though amok's fun, but, just because of people and allergies, maybe. Otherwise, animals are cute and fun.
Yeah.
But she could definitely do healing on pets. But yes, for Sandra, Maria's available second Saturdays, but she is available other days. So if you need to schedule a session, just give us a message and we'll line you out and get you in here with her on a different day. So she can do distance to where you can stay at home, or if you like in person, that's available as well.
And if the other rooms are not being used, we can have you in one room, and I can do it in another room distant. We can do it that too.
Okay.
That's another way we can do it.
She's so multi-talented. That's why we keep her around. And I will vouch, like you did some work for my teenager. Worked really, really, really well. Teenage angst. Life sucks when you're a teen. We all remember those days, right? Nothing was great. And it was fun to watch because he swore nothing was different, nothing was happening. But as the days, because this was something that you had to do, what was it, 3 times or 5? But
it was 5 times.
5.
Yeah.
But every other day. And definitely by the second, third time, I could see shifts in him. And I'm like, well, how do you feel? Because I don't feel any different. Like, of course you don't. But I can vouch because you were working on like anxiety and stuff for him. And,
yeah.
So again, work even for the grumpy, moody teenagers. So Nick says, I have a hard time focusing my attention, especially during meditation. Mine wanders after a few seconds. Do you have any tips?
Yes. When you start doing the meditation and doing the breathing exercise, you breathe in with the intention of breathing in, the life force, and then you're breathing out any energy that doesn't serve you. When you start doing that, and then a thought comes into your mind, and then your mind starts, wandering with that thought, you bring your attention back to your breathing, and that will get you back. Because that is it. The breathing is just something that is a rhythm that the rhythm. You've been doing it since the day you came into this world, and so that would bring you back to the meditation, to be in that state, to be in that center.
And don't beat yourself up for wandering either.
No, don't.
Just acknowledge it. Like, okay, I was thinking about laundry, and then focus on your breathing. Kind of get back. It's like that muscle again. Like we said, like the more you practice and you flex it, the better you get. But don't beat yourself up with the monkey mind because you thought of something else.
Yeah.
Even those of us that have been doing it a while, like you still have. those extra little things that pop in.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I still do, and I have to get myself back to my breathing. But I know automatically what I need to do because I've been doing it for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. So any more questions? We're already at almost 7.
Wow.
So I don't know what else to ramble on about to fill in time while we wait for maybe more questions. Do you have anything off the top of your head?
No, not right now.
You had to talk all day with Greg.
No, I know. I've been bombarded with another reader's energy, so I'm kind of loopy right now. I came here loopy because I did a deeper meditation than I normally do. Yeah, so that's been a pretty loopy day.
Yeah, I can't think of anything because we went over, anybody that might be in last minute or late, we went over guided meditations, how they can help, especially maybe in the beginning, because they kind of help focus your mind on what to concentrate on. And if you catch yourself wandering away, you can always come back and keep listening. Just don't beat yourself up for having, wandered away in thought and concentration. Using certain types of stones like amethyst, that help with not only calming and relaxing, but spiritual strengthening. Can I bring Bitchcraft to Buffalo? I would love to, but I don't run that one. I wish I did.
That would be so much fun. Oh, that would be so much fun.
It's one of those like face palms, like what I think to do a show called Bitchcraft. But if you look up and the parent name of that organization is the Creative Coven. They may still have openings for, like the Pennsylvania one, that would probably be the closest one to New York. And she's a really lovely woman to work with about spaces and whatnot. But I wish I was the one who ran Bitchcraft, because that's just a kick-ass name for an event. It's kind of, now I feel the need to rename some of the stuff we do. Fuck yeah, psychic fairs. Try to pass that in marketing. I think Facebook might even like frown upon me and turn down any ads I would run for fuck yeah, psychic fairs.
Yeah, don't use that language.
I do all the time. You can be spiritual and cuss, because I do it all the time. It clears my throat chakra. Not so much my allergies though. So guided meditation CDs will help you, kind of keep you back on track where you were. I have found though that if I'm listening to one and I really like it, but then I've listened to it over, then I get bored and my mind will wander more because I already know what's going to happen. It's old hat. So that's a challenge with these. They help in the beginning, but unless you kind of change out, if you're kind of like me that way, you'll need to keep an updated library, but YouTube has tons of meditations that you can find for free. And you mentioned the rose quartz sphere as like a tool to help.
Yeah.
So putting the energy. I need more coffee. The energy into the sphere. And the cool thing about spheres is because it's nice and round, the energy radiates in a even pattern away. Mm-hmm. So if you're sending healing meditative energy into that item, that sphere, it's going to radiate it back to you and to the surrounding area as well. So that could be a good thing to practice meditating with a sphere and charge it with whatever you're doing. So rose quartz would be love, acceptance, self-acceptance. Mm-hmm. If you're needing prosperity, meditating on that, and then using like green aventurine, citrine, which I haven't really seen the citrine sphere in a while.
No, it's been a long time. One. Yeah, I haven't seen it in a long time.
Ametrine, tiger's eye. Golden green stones, and then purple is an expansion, so amethyst, ametrine. Mm-hmm. The candle work to help set the mood and to keep a low light, so you're not distracted by people walking by, or if you have your eyes closed and you have that annoying red glare behind the eyelids, but then somebody walks by and you're like, oh, what was that? Yeah. So it's nice and dim, and it helps calm the mind and kind of relax you, which is also another reason why, for incense, because it helps kind of set the mood and sets the intention. There we go. That word. What's good for relaxing and sleeping? We actually have a guided meditation called Meditations
Mhm.
to help with sleeping. And we also have the company's called Brain Sync.
Yes.
And so you do hear like the tinkly winkly music, but there's actually science behind this too, where there are some spoken affirmations you don't hear because they're subliminal.
Mm-hmm.
But the way the music hits creates scientifically like the change in the brainwave.
Mm-hmm.
So it helps you relax and fall asleep quicker. And they have other ones like that too. Now, I have learned, because I had demos of these back in the old sound system.
Okay.
There's a reason why it says listen with headphones. Because
you didn't.
Oh, we did. It comes on, different sides because it's triggering different parts of the brain in certain patterns. Well, if you play that open air, not in headphones, it sounds really creepy because there's talking over one another with these sounds that don't sound quite right because it's layered to hit different sides, which makes sense separately, but not played.
Yes. I found that out too.
Okay. Because I'm not the only one that suffers such
no. Because I said headphones. Oh, I don't need to do that. I have speakers.
No.
No. Yeah, they do sound creepy.
Yeah, definitely with the headphones. But even just rhythmic breathing and meditating, even if you're just breathing and you tell yourself, breathe in, hold 2, 3, however, and then out, and then just kind of doing that, you kind of learn, you're teaching your body and your mind to just kind of calm down. I usually don't have trouble sleeping, but if I do, it's just, I can't turn my mind off. It's the to-do list, the things that could be done, what's coming up next, and how soon can I get it done? So that's when I force myself to either concentrate on breathing or a few of the chants that we've learned in class, and I just kind of make myself kind of go through it, and the next thing I know, it's like morning. Mm-hmm. So, just thinking to do that, but the breathing thing seems to help. And I know the military had a breathing pattern meditation for the troops that would knock them out within a couple minutes. And it was a certain, I wish I would have thought to look that up before.
Yeah, it's a certain rhythm and pace that they do. I heard about it, but I don't know exactly what the rhythm and pace that they do, but it does knock them out.
Yeah, and I remember it's not like breathe in for 3, hold for 3, breathe out for 3, hold for 3. It's like 3, then 5, then 7, or something like that. It's an off pattern. It's not even. But I tried it at one point, and oh my God, like I was out. So if you look up like military breathing for sleeping, or I'm sure you'll find it. And it's just really laying there and holding your breath for the set amount of count time. Blowing it out and like waiting and then, inhaling again. So it's
and
really
do
easy.
it slowly. Do it slowly because in a few of my classes, and you know which one, when we went right straight into it, oh my God, it got to a point where I was like, oh, I'm just gonna pass out.
Yeah.
Do it slowly. I know that the main goal is to get to a point where you can sleep. But start training your body. It's the same thing as driving a car. You didn't just go in a car and knew how to drive. You had to learn a certain, sequence you had to do, and then now it's just automatic. So yeah, do it slowly.
And don't try not to be frustrated if it doesn't work right away the first night, because sometimes it's a practice thing. So yeah, the frustration tends to have a lot of people like giving up. They'll try once or twice and like it doesn't work and off they go. Well, you can't exercise 1 or 2 days and have the body that you want or the fitness or the health that you want. You have to keep doing it, and you're going to grit your teeth and you're going to be, cussing the whole time. I still, swear the whole time I'm trying to run. I can walk forever. I hate running, but I'm trying to learn to like running for the health benefit of it, to improve cardio. So, don't give up, keep trying. All right. So are there any last minute questions? Since it's a little after 7. Cue the Jeopardy music that we're not allowed to play because we'll get dinged for copyright infringement. We will too. They're sticklers.
Yeah, they are.
All right, everybody. Well, I don't know what our topic will be for Thursday. Nikki is busy. Oh, wait. Oh, so much for doing the stream. It's so nice to see you again. Hey, yeah, you too, Nick. Hopefully you can come visit up here. If not, keep an eye out. Hopefully we can do
Come
something
down there.
Yeah, we have vehicles. We'll travel. We have rocks. We'll travel. Maybe slowly at first because they're heavy. But I think we plan on doing something on Thursday. Whatever Nikki and I come up with, it'll probably I'll hound her. When I get home, she's taking care of some stuff that she had lined up, couldn't get out of. Otherwise, we'll see everybody Thursday. Maybe Maria, maybe not Maria. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Or
Maybe
Grandma, the grandma episode. If you haven't experienced grandma, you just wait.
Yeah.
Grandma.
She's a character.
If we give her the tequila, will that calm her down or will that escalate?
No, because she can't take tequila.
Vodka.
Yes.
Will that calm her down or will that escalate?
She'll get to a mellow where she's really talkative.
Oh.
Yeah. And let's put it this way. If I can train my grandmother so she got into a training position where she can do meditation. Now, grandma cannot sit still. There is no way she can sit still. But she is sitting still and doing her meditations every day. And she got up to about 15, 20 minutes.
So what you're saying is you should teach a meditation class. That's what I heard. I heard Maria should teach a meditation class.
How about grandma teach that meditation class?
Grandma's meditation class would not be sitting quietly meditating.
No, she sits down. That would surprise me.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, it would surprise me. It surprised grandma actually sits down and she meditates.
Does she know you're talking such slander about her? Does she know you spread such lies?
She is very proud of it too because she does not sit still. Seriously.
She does not, guys. The next time we have a fair and she's in, I'm going to try my hardest, depending on how busy we are, to start a live up and just kind of follow her around a little bit so you can see. She's very, very rambunctious, but not in a. You'll just have to see. Like that, she does not sit at all. And if we're all too busy during the fair for, to keep an eye on her, to talk with her, give her hugs and everything, she wanders down to the tattoo shop in our plaza. So, then we're all taking bets like, did she have a new tattoo? And I'm always disappointed that she doesn't, because I half expect her to be like, look what I got. So yeah, I'll have to try and get a live of grandma, just like following her around and like all of her little conversations that she has. So, too forthcoming. I've made a promise now. I'm gonna have to do that. Mm-hmm. Cool.
But will not be responsible for what comes out of her mouth.
Yes. If you have dainty ears, a little easily offended by things, don't follow grandma. Or don't listen to what grandma has to say, because you're liable to hear her. Like the softest thing she says, I think, is up your wrinkles. So if you say something that she doesn't agree with, even if it's jokingly, her reply is, "You look here, up your wrinkles, honey." So yes, we will have to have a grandma episode. We should have a daily grandma sex.
Oh my gosh.
Grandma needs her own YouTube channel. All right, guys. I think we're done now. We're not even on the topic of meditation.
Oh.
We're catching up. And I'm hungry. All right, guys. We'll keep an eye out. If I'll hound Nikki, see what we're doing for Thursday. I have no clue yet. I don't know if she does. But it'll be posted in the events. And we look to seeing everybody next time. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you.
Oh, and broadcast.